Hey everyone, we're back again with a Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions Blind. And last time we started making our way over towards the new castle, to which we need to carry the book of the Book of Scriptures. I don't know what it is exactly, but now we're going to the walled city of Yadro. Ramza can be in the middle. Rolfi out here. Josian out there. Jocelyn here, and Agrias in the middle. She's level 24. Actually, I kind of want to have, where is he? Where's the new kid? Luso, the game hunter. But at the same time, I've spent so much on Agrias, so I'm just going to stick with him. Maybe I'll change out Josian for Luso. Actually, all of my main party members, they've got so many things learned already. I'm kind of attached to them. I don't really want to swap them out. Are you blind to the treason of your words, Rapha? Me, it is you who cannot see. He uses us, Marach. Marak? We are instruments of murder to him, naught more. To stay would be to live out our days as the Grand Duke's cat's paws, killing so he might keep his own hands clean. Come, let us run away together while we yet can. Have you forgotten who it was who saved us when we had lost our parents to the war? Grand Duke Barrington opened his heart and home to both of us. You would repay that kindness now with treachery. We owe him a debt of allegiance. We'd have died a beggar's death were it not for him. Feed us he did, Marak, but we were supped on lies. I know the truth of it now. It was the Grand Duke himself who set fire to our village, his hand hidden by the smoke of war. And do you know why? Why he killed everyone we ever knew? It was for our gifts. You and I possess power, and power is all he craves. He burned down our entire village that he might claim the sacred power of our mantras for his own. Open his heart, you say? The man is not possessed of one. It is you who need to open your eyes, Marak. Oh! To the face, I'll not abide your ill-mannered tongue. You know, don't you? You know the thing he did to me. You are my brother, you know of this, and yet even you. Speak not another word, you stir a rage in me, Rapha. I am your brother and your elder, and I will not have you question me. Rio Venetian Ninja. There you are, Marak. The heretic Ramza draws nigh. I am well aware and long since made prepared. Marak. There we are. That's him. Rapha! Pray lend me your aid. Protect her? Yeah, protect Rapha. Easy enough. She's got a bit of sense. Her brother Marak does not. They've got some ninjas now. This is a new class to the battlefield. And they've also got two summoners, so let's try and... Elemental attacks. Elemental items, eh? Oh no, just one summoner. One summoner and 3 ninjas. Alright, Sky Seer? Nether Seer. I wonder what these classes do. Rolfi? Let's step forward. And take a shot at Marak. 104, that's what I'm talking about. Give me a wind ability as well. You're the man from Daughter. Did you not say you'd await my coming at Rio Vans? I did, but deliver the Grand Duke's message as asked. I do not need temporalate swords to slay some petty knight apprentice. Well, if you say so, sir. I will start with a focus. And spread out. And of course, Lady Agrius, your job will be to hit everybody standing in a line. Two confused, one downed. That's what I'm talking about. Damn it. Do the gods favor a heretic over me? I wonder how hard Rums I can hit. Yeah, 60 for Josiane. That's so much better than having... It's so much better than having an axe. I don't know why an axe is so expensive. And yet... It does like little damage. Maybe I'm not the right class to wield an axe? Oh yeah, they do have two summoners. Okay. Josiane and Agrius. I like that you're confused, Richard. Snowmelt bomb. Ice? Yeah. Shiva. We're too tough. We've got this. Shiva again. Josiane goes down just like that. Okay, Rolfie. Stand up on the high ground. And take aim at the ninja. Meanwhile, Ramza will head over to the weaker summoner and break her horn. And with Holy Sword, Hallowed Bolt, we can hit all three of them. Silenced and confused. We're doing pretty good with ourselves. And from here we can probably just use Thundara on the tile. Potion upon yourself, good move. Stay still, stay still. That's okay. Fortunately I used it on the tile, so I still get the both of the summoners. Swingith, is that her name? Two shots! Well, well, well. That's interesting. So if that's a ninja class, then I think I'm going to learn how to use that double shot on Ramza. As a squire or as a knight, regardless, would be really strong. You're on 67, while you are on 52. This should be able to finish you. Yeah, imagine Ramza doing that 2 times. Divine Ruination. How many turns do you have left? Is that 2 turns by the looks of it? Should be okay then. Pandara. We'll end her. Pretty straightforward battle, this one. Not too much trouble. Or no trouble at all, really. Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine, thank you. We will not be safe here, should they return. Let us find a quiet place to hide. $15,000. Much appreciated. Wagyu Dark Root. Holy Water. Ninja item. Grand Duke Barrington has eyes for one thing, the throne of Ivalice. They call him king already, king of the Forge. He fashions ever more and stronger arms, and trains mages enough for all the realm. His actions are guided from the shadows. There are others, men who promise to eliminate the Duke Slag and Goltana, and dub the Grand Duke Regent. And you fight these men when fighting them means you must be labeled a heretic. Why would you do such a thing? No, that is a silly question, I know the answer, but surely you must realize your efforts will earn you no thanks. I do not fight for gratitude. I am a Beowulf, I fight for the honor of my name. I'd not believe that for a moment. You strike me not as the sort of man to fight for things so trite. No, you see evil and injustice before your eyes and cannot turn away. You do not even think to seek reward. You mistake me for a better man. But we have spoken enough of me. What will you do now? I must make for Riovans. They hold my sister there. What of you, now that you've escaped? I cannot leave, not without my brother. There's a quarrel between the two of you, is there not? He refuses to accept the truth. We were orphaned in the war, you see. We lost our parents, our home, all but our lives. The memories haunt me even now, climbing mounds of rubble in search of any scrap of food, the air ever thick with death's foul stench. That was the life from which the Grand Duke spared us. At the time I thought it sure the gods had sent him. You were not alone. He erected a great many orphanages in the war's wake. It was a noble gesture of less than noble intent. He wanted assassins. The orphanages gave him a pool of willing young minds, allowing him to select the very best to groom and train. He must have seen some promise in you and your brother. We Golthanas are the keepers of a sacred art, passed down through generations. My brother and I are conduits, I of the heavens and he of the nether. We channel their power through mantra. Grand Duke Barrington desired that power for his own. When our elder refused him, the Grand Duke put our entire village to the torch. All is grist that comes to the man's mill. If there is a thing he cannot have, he thinks it better that it not exist at all. To imagine the joy he must have felt when he discovered the two of us among the other orphans, it turns my stomach. So when you learned of all this, you tried to flee. My brother and I loved the man as though he were our father, but even that did not stop him from... For a man of his high station to so prey upon the weak, it is not meet. I would have thought you fled farther. Marak, he's back. Oh, you turn yourself into a toad. Heed my words, heretic. Spare no haste on your way to Riovans. Tarry here and you next meet your sister in the afterlife. Harm a hair on her head and I'll have you there for company. Rapha, you will accompany Ramza. Run and the death of his sister hangs on your shoulders. You play a craven game, Marak. This has naught to do with them. I play no game. I trust you know what awaits should you try my patience any longer. Come, Ramza, let us make for readvance. Wow, that's quite the ability. I did not mean to draw you into this. You didn't. This madness is none of your doing. He controlled a frog and then blew it up. It's pretty cool, actually, I must admit. He's a bit of a dick, but he's got the skills to back it up. Zeltenia Castle, Chapel Ruins. I didn't even move though. O Father, grant unto us, your children of evilest salvation. Allow not this war to consume our realm, but set us swiftly on the proper course, that we might know true peace. I thought I might find you here again. This night carries with it a chill wind. You'd best return to your chambers before the sun. He saw that coming. I'm alright, it only grazed me. Run, quickly. Pawns of Larg, are you not, sent by the Lord Dicedog? There must be grown rife with fear to employ such open measures. Our quarry is well guarded. Strike down her shield as well. As you will. I bear you not safe pity, but my hand is forced. I will take your lives. Yes, we get to play as Delita again. Alright, Ovelia, you cast your Aegis, as you normally do. Or you can cast it on me. That would be much appreciated. Yeah, that double strike is so good. I want it. That girl's got regen, so I think I want to take out the guy first, since he's also... Okay, they both have double strike. In that case, Delita, what's your ability right now? Probably Divine Ruination is something I want to do. On the guy with higher HP, hopefully I can confuse him. Or just take him down in one shot. Why not? Why not? Nice, instant cast. Haste, shell, protect, regen, re-raise. With re-raise, then I've got nothing to worry about. And one more time, Divine Ruination. Thank you, Delita. Are you hurt? It's no cause for concern. You are quite the troublesome princess, aren't you? I'm sorry, I did not mean to. I'm glad you're safe. Delita. Okay, so that was the walled city of Yadro. The Uguay Wood. Ramza in the middle, Rolfie on the side, Jerseyan on the other side. And like that. The Uguay Wood. Alright, we've got some ghosts, we've got some time magies that are floating. Those who fell in the 50 Years' War still linger in this wood. They're all ghosts, okay. You will find no release here. Return with your remorse to the land of the dead. 3 ghosts, 2 black mages, 2 time mages. Alright, Sky Seer. You're gonna cast slow on us, most probably. And you're casting something singular, probably immobilize. Okay. Slowing just one person? Okay, interesting. The black mages I definitely want to get rid of. They're gonna be troublesome if they're anything like my black mage. Okay, they're all acting really quickly, so... First thing I want to do, Lady Agrius, you move here. That was a mistake, I should have moved one more step forward, but Divine Ruination, see if I can confuse them. That failed. In that case... 110, 114... Let's try. Nice. That was a critical shot. As for you, Ramza, get the Magis. And as the Magi, you get even more Magis. Thundaga will chuck the big one on. Josiane, go for it. Sleep touch? No, don't you dare miss. Firaga is gonna hit both of us because I stood too close. Minor damage on our Sky Seer, Rapha, but what are you casting this time? Sinota, the Time Mage. Ectoplasm should be weak attack, shouldn't it? That's okay. I should hope we move before that casts on us. Adamantine Blade. Is it random? It seems to be random, it only hit him once. Ramza? Is that hero attack? No, Josiane and my sleeping Jocelyn. What are you casting? Divine Ruination. Actually, yeah, let's take them out one by one first. The less of them that can act, the better. What's your HP? Do I need to do any healing for you? Kind of. So, yeah, let's be a pal. Since she's also capable of dealing damage, could be a good idea to keep her alive. Alright, now as for you, 121. 73. I'm gonna move away and finish off the time Maggie. Blizzaga will only hit Josiane now. And what's this guy gonna do? Ectoplasm? Yeah. We've actually got a lot of HP. Sky Seer, do your blade thingy. Heaven's Wrath. You're going for Josiane, aren't you? Yeah. So these enemies are pretty smart. They can target specific units with prejudice. You're going for the Ramza? Yeah. Excellent, now it's my turn to move. And hopefully I'm close enough to use silence. This causes silence, right? Yes. I was hoping to get both of them, or 3 of them, but 2 is okay. None of them got silenced, but that's still a decent amount of damage. Alright, Rolfie, who can you hit that's about to die? You're on 78. You're the only one I can hit anyway, so let's go for it. Cast Wind. Gets taken out. Alright, the Black Mage goes next. A Black Mage with counter tackle. That's surprising. Toad on. Nicely done. Alright, use your Sky Heaven Wrath thingy. Teleporting behind Algris, behind Ramza. Sleep Touch again. So that's a thing. But fortunately no one is actually down, so that's okay. If they do hit us, then we'll finally wake up. Ectoplasm isn't very powerful, so that's okay. Helios leveled up. Okay, let's see here. You're nearly dead. And you could probably take 2 hits, Holy Sword. Hallowed Bolt. We'll go for you first. And then we'll move up here. While Rolfie, you take a few steps back and shoot him in the face. I kinda like the idea of having... Oh, this move is so useless, it's not hitting them, it's random. The idea of having a spooky forest on the way to... That is a lot of hits. If it hit anybody, that would have been a lot of hits. A spooky forest on the way to a castle, I like that. Oh, come on. Rapha's turn again. Agrius, I want you to get some treasure chests, so we'll wait. Rolfie, I also want you to get some treasure chests, so we're going to wait here. I might actually go and attack Ramza. He can take a hit, but that'll also wake him up at least. Sure, what does that do? Well, looks like I won't be getting a treasure chest after all. Let us put some distance between us and this haunted wood. I wonder if Rapha's going to become 2 Phoenix Downs, a permanent party member that we can control eventually. He's got some pretty interesting skills. I'd like to try it out. Yeah, it's already 30 minutes in, but let's go to Riovan's castle and see if we've got a boss battle coming up. A warmest welcome to you both. I do hope you found my halls to your pleasure. They may lack the grandeur of Lazalia's, but I find they make up for it in other ways. Castles built as seats of governance are so dreadfully plain, would you not agree? There is such greater beauty in a fortress built for war. Evilis herself would seem to be in agreement. Ever has she been ruled by men with power. Some might take this latest upheaval as a sign that the crown, in its austere seat, has lost the strength to keep her under reign. Your summons spoke of matters more pressing than the style of Lazalia's keep. Must everyone be in such haste? Very well, I shall ask you outright. Will you not join your strength with mine? I'm afraid your meaning escapes me, Your Grace. As I said a moment ago, it is power that rules Evilis. Who do you think now holds power? Duke Larg and the Order of the Northern Sky? Duke Goltana, mayhap, with the Southern Sky's swords at his beck and call. No, I can assure you it is not they. The ones who hold the true power are the ones who hold the Zodiac Stones, the Knights Templar. You think us the greatest power in Evilis? The stones are said to possess phenomenal magic. If legend is to be believed, they were responsible for the cataclysm that laid waste to Malon Day in bygone days. Oh, forgive me, I forget myself. It's just, I would never have expected a man like yourself to believe in such utter fantasy. You mean to tell me that you do not? Curious, I had heard that the Cardinal's death was somehow connected to the stones. Truly? As I had it, the Cardinal had taken ill. Is that so? Might I ask, then, the reason you seek that young Beowulf? I can only imagine that he must have done what he must have done to earn the label of heretic. The Inquisitors do not share with us the reasons for their decisions. So you know nothing at all. How terribly convenient. Still, I wonder if there could not be some detail you are simply forgetting. Marak! Father, forgive me. Isilud, that's the guy that ran away with the Virgo stone. Your meaning becomes clearer. Yeah, they look like father and son, I guess. I've taken Scorpio and Taurus for safekeeping. You worthless fool of a son. Slap in the face. Pardon my intrusion, Your Grace, but your long-awaited guests are at our gate. Marak, would you kindly see to them? What is it you wish, Barrington? Cooperation. I said as much a few moments ago. It would be a mutually beneficial arrangement, I assure you. And if we were to refuse? Then I suppose I'd be forced to unmask the Church's plot for what it is. Stones alone prove naught. In that you are correct, sir. But it would be hard to say the same of the scriptures of Germanique. I dare contend they might generate something more of a stir, Duke Larg, Duke Goltana. Even the councillors like to raise an eye at those. Where are they? Oh, who could say? You of all people must know how easily such details can elude the mind's grasp. Wiegraf, see to the mage who left a moment ago. I shall attend to matters here. Do not think to threaten me. This is a battle you cannot hope to win. No, it is one we cannot hope to lose. Who is there to oppose us, save you feeble-bodied humans? Father? Wait, Wiegraf is back as a human form now. You misjudge the strength of your enemy, Grand Duke Barrington. There will be no sport in killing you. You would raise arms against your host under his own roof. The hospitality of your hall grows cold. I fear I shall have to take my leave once I've shown you the power of the stones. Yeah, show me, show me. What is this, the Leo? Well, they didn't show us, but we did hear that same little sound effect that that other church guy with the stone that we killed that turned into that big fat blobby thingy. So we know he died. Same sound as that. And with that, I will end the episode right here. Because next time we're going straight to battle with Marak once more. And perhaps Wiegraf as well. So that'll be an interesting fight. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next battle.